Hey there, Black here from CasaBLACK Gaming, and today I decided to do something new. Actually, this was an idea I had to where I basically wake up on a planet, and not really zero to hero, but someone who has woken up on a planet, doesn't know how they got there or why they're there. They look like they've been left for dead because their helmet's been taken. Last thing they remember, they were on their ship. And so the idea here was that, I was going to get footage of me looking around for my helmet and then seeing an outpost in the distance. Not quite sure where I am, but hey, I need a helmet and I know there could be one there. So, got various footage of me actually going out and trying to make my way there. Yeah, I tried to shoot different angles because I kind of wanted like a little bit of a cinematic feel. This was going to be a story with like minimal narration over it, kind of like, kind of like a film noir type of thing. And I wanted a lead-in story to this type of gameplay. It was the idea that, I'm going to basically be this lone salvager who's kind of on the run or kind of hiding out, but yet trying to make money. And so the whole thing was I was going to sneak up here to the outpost, look around, go inside, see if I could find a helmet. And then that happened. I didn't quite get the footage of me dying, but I did get footage of me waiting here for someone to come rescue me. Basically, the airlock killed me. It's a bug that happens. So I went ahead and set out a medical beacon because I'd already got that footage and I had this suit of this undersuit on. And I kind of forgot what the undersuit was, so I was like, I guess I could go buy another one. I could figure out which one it was, but basically I didn't want to get another undersuit. And I really just wanted to, be able to go from here. However, as you can see, I was killed. So I woke up on Everus. And so at this point, I wasn't sure what I was going to do. But I wound up going back there to look for my undersuit and my stuff. It was missing. I don't know if he took it or if it disappeared. So I started looking around and at the outpost, and nothing but my medical gown because I really needed an undersuit and a helmet. I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find the undersuit. So the stuff that I had, I decided I was going to go ahead and save it. Now I realized after I had done the medical beacon that I was broke. I had zero money because I only had 25,000 on this character. So I was completely broke and I knew that I needed stuff to sell. At first I was going to leave it here and then I said, well, I need to go ahead and sell it now because I couldn't find an undersuit. So I went ahead and took it off the elevator and started putting it on my Aurora. Now keep in mind at this point, I was still deciding if I was going to continue with the story I was going to do or if I was going to do something different. Things had kind of taken a turn and sometimes you have a good idea, but then with Star Citizen, something else happens. And so I kind of liked the way things were going. I mean, not necessarily like how bad it was, but I liked the fact that I literally had nothing at this point except a medical gown. I did have an Aurora and I also have a Vulture on this account. So I decided, I was starting to think it's probably going to be easier instead of having to redo, because I wasn't going to get that undersuit back. I wasn't sure exactly which one it was. And so I was like, well, I'm either going to have to reshoot the footage that I started with him, getting there. And I will say that would have been the third time because I did try to shoot the footage a couple days ago and my settings were all screwed up. And so the quality was like really bad. So I was going to have to reshoot, and I had everything shot too, the whole story for the first episode completely done. But anyway, so I decided to go ahead and take the stuff. I was going to go sell my stuff, be able to get an undersuit. And at this point, I was still thinking, I'll just reshoot the stuff. I'll shoot it a third time. So I went ahead and left to go fly up to Everus. And I will say, the Aurora actually flies really well. It handles really good. Went ahead and landed close to the elevator there. Alright, took everything out of the Aurora, put it on the elevator so I could shoot it down and then sell the stuff at the station. Alright, I went over, managed to sell some stuff. Those Novikov helmets, of course, they sell for pretty good money, so I had 7,000-8,000 credits. I was able to buy an undersuit. I bought the wrong undersuit. I wound up buying just the regular white one, but I bought it in gray. You can barely even tell it's gray. And then, of course, I just got the regular helmet. And so with undersuit and helmet, I went back to my ship, and I was ready to fly out. I wanted to, at this point, I still wasn't sure what I was going to do. But I did want to go back because I did have a better helmet that I had left there at the station on the elevator. Because it was a helmet I didn't want to sell, so I just left it there just in case. It was G2, I believe. So, called it up. I also had a tractor beam. Now that I had an undersuit, I could put the tractor beam on as well. However, when I got the helmet, I tried to put it on, and the box disappeared. So I had taken my other helmet and taken it back, or I'd left it over there to the side there, I believe. I tried to drop the box. Still didn't work. I could see it on the elevator. So I went ahead and lowered it, raised it back up, hoping it would be there. It still wasn't, so I just lowered it back down. Wound up taking off, and then I decided to go get my vulture. It was pretty close, and that happened. Now, it was dark. I was going too fast, and it just was closer than I thought it was. I don't know what I was doing, but... So yeah, this whole thing became an ordeal, and it was at this point I decided that I was gonna just can the whole story idea, and I was just going to... Because I literally had nothing again, unless I could get my body back from that wrecked ship, and we usually know how that goes. Usually it goes into the world. So, flew back. Didn't even go to the station this time. I went straight to the vulture. Looked around with my light. Didn't see any wreckage. Couldn't see my body. I got out. Looked around. Still couldn't find it. The vulture has better lights. So I was like, well, let me go back into the vulture and use its lights just to see if I can find it, because like I said, I had nothing at this point. I had lost the tractor beam I just got, that undersuit and that helmet. So yeah, using the lights, I still couldn't see it. After I've rewatched it now, I did see that my body was kind of like stuck in like one of those trees, so maybe I could have looked there, but anyway. So I decided to head to another mining outpost on Hurston. I knew I had already checked all the boxes at the one I was at, and also those vacuum rooms killed me. Actually, it killed me twice. I didn't have the second death on here because I just went ahead and went back to Everus, but I did die from those things twice, trying to just go through each one to check the boxes in the various rooms. It's like every time I would do it, it just, you know how it takes so long for the thing to cycle through, and so it just basically, it like would take like 50-55% of my life. So after doing it twice, 2 of those rooms, it just killed me again. So the first time I wasn't expecting it. I was kind of like trying to get my camera angles right, and I died on the very first one for that reason. And the crazy thing is that I had gone to the same station a couple days ago and I got the original footage and it worked fine. It was just, for whatever, this server just killed me. Anyway, at this other outpost, I did manage to find 5 or 6 pieces of gear. No undersuit though. But I was going to be able to go sell these things. So I took everything, and I mean everything, 5 or 6 trips out to my ship, and dropped all the armor off there. I decided that to go sell this stuff instead of taking it back to Everus, which is what I just should have done. I decided I was going to try a distribution center because I really haven't gone to distribution centers except for hauling missions and delivery missions. And during the PTU, I actually tried to do one of the, I think, mercenary missions or something there, and I snuck around in some of the, you know, but I really haven't explored these distribution centers to their fullest. So I saw when you clicked on it on the map, it shows that there's a store, you can sell stuff there. So I landed at the distribution center. And that paint job's pretty sweet, by the way. And I took all of my gear from the Vulture, put it on the freight elevator, shot it down so I'd be able to sell it in the store. And then I went looking inside for the store. Now, if there's a store here to sell, I couldn't find it. I found this terminal, but it doesn't seem to have anything. I went down to the security area. Nothing there that I could see to sell stuff. So if there is a terminal that you can sell stuff at the distribution center, please let me know down in the comments below, because with this series especially, I'd like to be able to use the distribution center more, and I do plan on trying to go back and figuring things out with these. I did look around, you know, looked at the maps I found, because I am a big believer of not necessarily looking online for where things are, but trying to use like whatever context clues are there, whether that be signage or whatever. So I did try, but it not working, and I was already up 2.5 hours or so at this point, and I really only had like an hour that night to get footage. So I decided to go ahead and take everything back to Everus, which I was under fire from Ninetales. I guess they weren't buying my pirate paint job. But anyway, I landed, and since I was under fire, I just went ahead and hurried up and tried to land just so the doors would start closing. And then once I landed, I repositioned my ship so stuff would be by the freight elevator. And I gotta say, I really love the Vulture too. If you're gonna have a solo ship to start off with, and it's the only one you have, and you don't mind paying the price for it in real money, that's the ship I recommend, hands down, because you're going to be able to make money to do whatever you want with that ship. Alright, sent everything into the elevator. Went to the cargo place because I really like the Aerial armor for medium. So, sold off what I had. Came away with like 12,000 money. And I was able to buy the helmet, the chest piece, and the backpack. Oh, and a tractor beam and multi-tool. For the undersuit, I went to the armor shop because the other ones, the undersuits there at the cargo place are crap. I happen to like the TCS undersuits, so I bought the autumn one, and I went and was able to put my gear on. Now, I don't have the full set. I still need the arms and the legs, but hopefully that'll be next episode. I got some drinks too. But yeah, I hope that this first episode I was able to show what we're going to be doing here. I really appreciate you watching. If you like what you've seen, please like, comment, subscribe. Do all the things that help a small channel grow. And yeah, we'll see you back for episode 2, where I go out and start looking for ships to salvage. And yeah, that's it for this video. I'll see you out in the verse, and make sure you keep it positive out there.